What percentage of the story is influenced by the setting? 10%, 50, 100? One of the most underrated techniques in literature is setting. Setting is defined as the time, place, and environment in which a story or other narrative takes place. Before we get into the literary element of setting, it's important to note how setting influences you in everyday life. If you want to be productive, where do you go? A library? Internet cafe? If you wanted to be alone and get your thoughts together, you might go to the beach or take a walk. You pick locations according to your emotions because you assume they may help facilitate or set your mood. Literature is no different. The story starts with the setting, which drives the plot. The plot are simply events that take place in the story. However, there are roughly around 12 stories that are being retold and retold and retold, but with different settings. Take, for instance, the plot of Overcoming the Monster. In the Overcoming the Monster trope, Sparktle's story states that it's characterized by three major ideas. 1. Succeeding despite the odds being stacked against you. 2. Exploring life lessons that an encounter can teach you. And 3. Demonstrating how you or people around you can become stronger through adversity. Now, this very plot can easily claim the rights of hundreds of movies and books you may know. Some popular ones being Star Wars, Avatar, Hercules, The Outsiders, or The Jungle Book. A plot is a plot, and the reason these movies and books can exist as distinct movies and books is the time, place, and environment in which a story or other narrative takes place. These differences come with belief systems, taboos, mystique, curiosity, even in your life. Where you're born, what time period you are in, and the society you're born into informs so much of how you see the world. As a result, setting is also a perfect way to implicitly understand a character. Here's Mob. Mob is a young psychic boy who bottles up his emotions until he blows up. In terms of tropes, he is the monster he is trying to overcome, and through his many adventures, we see Mob develop with the help of his friends and ultimately learns how to manage his emotions. As a character, his main motivations is to protect his friends and family and keep his powers in check. This narrative takes place in a Japanese society where psychic powers are not the status quo, but are understood to exist. If Mob existed in an ultra religious or even highly secular society, Mob's power could be viewed as something that needed to be extinguished. This changes our story. This narrative also takes place when Mob is a middle schooler. He just wants to fit in and talk to his crush. He also doesn't believe he is special because he has powers, and this belief moves him to try not to engage with them at all. Because middle school is a time where you try to get new friends, he knows that instead of being viewed as special, he runs the risk of being viewed as a freak of nature, and this is something Mob really tries to avoid. Even when it comes to the fight scenes, Mob is incredibly passive if he finds himself in conflict where people could get hurt, like at school. As a character who wants to keep his powers under wrap, the setting helps drive the conflict, as well as develop his character under pressure. As you can see, through a narrative, setting frequently intertwines with the plot and the character development. Next time you read, see what context clues, ideas, or themes that you can gauge from the setting. Now, I ask again, what percentage of the story is influenced by the setting? 10%, 50, or 100?